All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. We are back in open session. Is there a motion to appoint Raphael Carey, Eric Nogel, and Sheridan Mikul to the position of police officers with the Wausau Police Department?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Congratulations to soon-to-be officers Carey, Nogel, and Mikul.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Welcome aboard. Great interview.
You guys are welcome to stay or
All right, next on the agenda, general agenda items, we will hear from the Human Resources Director on updates regarding the hiring process for the Wausau Chief and for the Police Department, the Wausau Chief for the Fire Department. Good morning.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I guess I'll talk about these separately. First of all, the police chief recruitment is what I'm really concentrating on right now because that's the one that we want to get done first. So I just want to kind of go over roughly. Right now we have 12 candidates. Right now we just have one internal, but my staff tells me that usually internals wait till the last day pretty much to put their stuff in. Now the police recruitment's going to close on the 1st, and the fire is going to close on the 8th. I think that was just, I know that we wanted them both to close on the 1st, but just the way, I think it took us an extra week to post the fire, so we gave them an extra week on the closing. I wanted to just give you a breakdown right now on the police recruitment. We have candidates from the states of Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, Tennessee, Indiana, California. There's 4 from Wisconsin, and again, there's 1 internal. So looks like our net is being cast out the way that we wanted to. We can really truly say that it's national because we do have representatives from about 5 different states at this point, and we do have an extra week. Now, the flow for the police recruitment, hopefully on the 7th, we will look at the applications. I think I'm going to ask Chief Bliven to aid me in screening those applications out on the 7th. Hopefully, tentatively, we have interviews set for the 21st. And then hopefully we will have the last 2 or 3 candidates for your review on the 28th meeting. That'll be the 28th of August, I guess. So I know that's cutting it kind of close to September the 1st, but I didn't know if you guys, normally 2 weeks is good to give people by the time you tell them about the interview, to give them time to be able to prepare for that and get there. So that would put us at the 21st. I can adjust that date if you guys want it a little bit sooner. I didn't know if you guys wanted to have a special meeting or if we just did it at the regular meeting. Again, I'll take your feedback on that. If you wanted it a little bit sooner, we can move the timetable up for a week.
I'll let you go first.
I mean, given the number of candidates and both of your input, I mean, if we're down to 2 or 3, I don't see the need to have 2 interviews. I mean, an internal one and then a PFC one. I mean, if we only have 2 or 3 quality candidates and you feel confident with it, maybe it's a phone interview.
Okay.
But, I mean, let's just get to it if they're qualified and you think highly of them. That's my opinion. But
And I would agree. What I was going to say is that my preference would be if we could just a little bit sooner. I just wanted at least a tiny transition period between the chiefs. So, obviously whatever you need from us or me, but I agree if we're down to a couple of candidates that really solidly, then maybe we can kind of expedite the process a little bit.
Okay.
For the police chief.
That sounds good. Okay. So we can definitely do that. Again, I think we'll be able to review all of those on the 7th. So we would be ready to go on the following week if that's okay with you guys. So we're looking at tentatively the week of the 14th again, the reason I guess I waited for the 28th is I thought maybe you guys wanted to do it on a regular meeting. I didn't know if you wanted to call a special meeting, which I have no issue with that.
Yeah, I have no issue. I can do
Okay.
a special meeting if we're ready.
And I think at some point, we should talk about the structure of that interview process, and I don't know if we should just reach out to you, Will, and then you can relay
Yes.
feedback back to James?
Yes, and I have sent them something as well.
All right,
Okay.
sounds good.
Because that was one thing I kind of had some grand things in mind, and but if you guys wanted to cut it down to the chase and just do it, that's fine. So just whatever, I'll listen to whatever input, whatever direction that the commission gives. And on fire, again, that's going to be the following week is when we will look at those applications on the 8th. Again, I was going to ask Chief Bartek and maybe Chief, is it Kajawa, however she pronounces,
Tracy.
Tracy.
Okay. Anyway, I will have them to assist me in going through those applications. Right now, we only have 7. So it looks like the fire recruitment right now, again, no internals have applied yet. So we're just waiting to see who's going to apply. And we will have something similar to the police, but I just wanted to expedite the police one because of the time crunch.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And again, from the listening sessions, I mean, both departments strongly feel that they have highly qualified internal candidates that are going to be very competitive in this process. So if we have external candidates that can compete, let's bring them in. But let's not just do process for process sake if they're not going to rise to the level of
Right.
qualifications and experience of our internal candidates and can truly compete.
Okay.
So that's my opinion.
I agree, Mike.
And I guess another issue that I wanted to bring forward has to do with background checks, because normally the background check that the city does is probably not the most robust. It's definitely not one that you would want done for a police or fire chief. So I was thinking of having the police department do the background checks of the final candidates, if that's okay.
It could be problematic for the police department itself.
Right, because they have, yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure Ben could help give you a resource to do that. But I mean, I would agree, we need to vet that strongly. If we're, I think that's a good recommendation, and we should spend our time there. And I trust your judgment to be as extensive as possible with that, working with the chiefs.
Okay.
I would agree. All right.
All right.
Anything else?
Any other questions? That's all that I have right now, and I will definitely keep you posted as these deadlines start to approach, because we're definitely wanting to be deadline driven on this. We don't want it to be rushed, but we do want to keep it fluid and keep it moving. Thank you.
Correct. Thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
All right, next up, we have monthly presentations. We'll start with the monthly presentation of the police department. Good morning, Chief Livin.
Good morning. Just a few things I want to talk about today that's going on within the police department. One is I was talking to James this morning about a draft policy that I'm going to be bringing to him and requesting his support on, and that is for pay compression between our union staff and our first-line supervisors. Since I've been chief in 2018, this is the 4th time that we've had to address compression between our detectives and our lieutenants, and so I'd like to create a policy that is that permanently resolves that issue. And so I think I have a good draft based on research I've done from other departments around the state, and using our pay matrix that we currently have to remedy that issue. So that's one issue that's just continually rearing its ugly head that we have to spend a lot of time on to try to fix, and we're continually bringing that issue forward to the city council and asking them to modify the pay scale in order to fix the compression. So if we can permanently address that, I think that's the best resolution. So hopefully I'll have a draft to James this week so that we can get it on the HR committee soon. We are in the beginning of a lieutenant promotional process. We have two vacancies that were created by retirements that have been announced in January of '24. And then depending on the resolution and the selection of the chief, that could create an additional vacancy. So we have at least two vacancies that we're going to try to fill with the lieutenant's process. And of course, we want to be on top of that as quickly as we can so that we can have some training time and we understand the dominoes that will fall from transitions and be able to meet those demands. And so I think November is our goal, to have the lieutenants in front of the Police and Fire Commission for approval. And then we're working on the 2024 budget. Our capital budget has already been submitted, and there's been a couple of meetings with the capital budget committee, and now we're working on our operational budget for 2024. And that transitions into the next topic, which is the chief transition. James mentioned that briefly. There's a lot of things that I put together, and I'm working with our command staff in terms of the transition before I leave September 1st to make sure that all of the responsibilities of the chief's office are taken care of and transitioned to other staff members, at least temporarily, until that chief's position's filled. So we've been working on that last week and for the next month or 5 weeks that I have left. That's all I have for today.
All right. Any questions? All right. Thank you, Chief Liven.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we have Chief Bartek with the Wausau Fire Department monthly presentation.
Good morning. June was a whirlwind for our department with a lot of fantastic opportunities. Probably a really historic moment for the city of Wausau and the state of Wisconsin, the fact that Governor Tony Evers came to Wausau Fire to sign the historic Act 12, the restoration of a big part of the shared revenue, which is going to benefit the city and our department specifically and other departments in the city very well in these tough financial times. We were honored to have him. It was quite the event to host. We hosted out at New Fire Station 2. We had the brand new Ladder 2 as the backdrop. I got to personally stand over the governor's right shoulder as he signed Act 12 into law, and it was quite an event. We were honored to have him here. Other things occurring in June, we swore in 11 firefighters. Of course, all of them had been hired at some point, and they were at various points in their training. We had 5 of them that were ready to move to the street, and they needed to be sworn in before they could move into that part of that. We pulled the students that had been out of Fire Station 2 transitioning through paramedic training into that also. It was the largest group in modern history that we've sworn in one event. It's on the cover. It's the cover photo of our monthly report this year, or this month in June. Also, another neat thing for our department in June, at the Wisconsin State Fire Chiefs convention in June and at the Kalahari and the Dells, we collected the Safety Leadership Award from the Wisconsin State Fire Chiefs. The Wisconsin State Fire Chiefs gives 2 awards away annually every year, and this is one of their most prestigious awards that they give. We nominated our department based upon, you have to prove through data that you're doing things to reduce risk and having an increased safety margin for your staff on a daily basis, and we were able to use a program that Tracy Telfner, our athletic trainer, through Advanced Physical Therapy and Associates, has pioneered inside of our department. It is a very pioneering new program where she assesses brand new firefighters as they come in through the door for us, and then prescribes them custom-made fitness programs to increase their functional strength in areas where we commonly see injuries in firefighters. Even young firefighters will see lifting injuries commonly, sprains, strains, and she's able to custom tailor fitness routines for them to get into that has had beneficial results. In the first quarter of 18 different candidates that she ran through her program last year, she noted an 82% increase in functional strength in that first quarter. That was what we had nominated ourselves for that award on, and the Wisconsin State Fire Chiefs agreed that it's a great program and deserved to be noted at a higher level, and we collected that award, so that we're very proud of that. Also a busy month. We're obviously busy with a lot of our EMS initiatives. Nothing too stand out as far as structure fires or large events, but our normal day-to-day continues to keep us busy. So that's all I have, unless there's questions.
Your wife might take issue with me being an interior decorator in your home, but you should take that photo off of the front of that cover and blow it up and hang it up. You've accomplished a lot in your career. I know that from when we interviewed you. What you've done here for the last couple of years has been amazing. But to bring 12 new firefighters, I mean, I don't know if that's ever happened in any department of this size, and you should be damn proud of that. And what a legacy and impact on the department. So that's a pretty cool photo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. And obviously, this is, our department this last year is we've fought hard to get the positions, then fought hard to fill them. A lot of the questions that we had about the future, we couldn't answer. We had a quote going around our department that we're building the plane while we're flying it. I will tell you that picture is credit to every person inside our department leaning forward and helping out. Definitely just doesn't land on my shoulders. It's all the people, men and women of Wausau Fire Department right now are really collectively working so hard to better our future in this community's protection because of it. So, and again, that photo, Ethan Bars, we just heard in the review, the photos and the images and the videos that he does for us really put us on the map as far as our legacy. And I would agree, that's a fantastic photo. And I probably will take your advice on that. I love that much. So thank you. Yeah. She's a lot of firefighter memorabilia already. She's aware.
All right. Then thank you, Chief Bartek. Our gratitude to both chiefs for your service from the commission. Next meeting will be scheduled for Monday, August 28th at 7:30 a.m. Is there any further discussion? And may I please have a motion to adjourn this meeting? So moved. All right. All those in favor? All right. Motion passed. We are adjourned. Thank you. Thanks.